A man with an axe invaded a daycare center in Brazil today, killing 4 children. Police say the suspect jumped over a wall and into the playground before attacking the children. 5 students were hurt. The victims are 5 to 7 years old. The suspect turned himself into police and does not appear to have any connections to the daycare.
Do you really think that this is a gun issue? Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like my content and like my channel and would like to support me, you can do so in the links in the description box below. But let's talk about this. I woke up this morning, it's April 7th, Good Friday. And the first story I see is an attack in Brazil on a child daycare center by a man with an axe, and he killed 4 children with it. And what's really the worst part about this is these people will be forgotten very quickly. His children will be forgotten. The families will be forgotten. They will not be paraded in front of to give speeches or to open up State of Union addresses. They won't be around to introduce the president. Nothing like that. They will be forgotten, especially by this administration here. Why? Because they weren't killed in a manner that was exploitative enough for them. This goes to show you that this is not a gun problem. But I want to go ahead and play this video because it's just disturbing. I'm almost lost words on this one. Let's go ahead and watch this.
A warning, this next story contains details that may be disturbing to some viewers. At least 4 children have died and others are injured following an attack on a preschool in Brazil. Authorities say a 25-year-old man armed with an axe allegedly carried out the attack at a private preschool in the southern Brazilian state of Santa Catarina. Reporters have been told the attacker gained access by scaling the walls and has now been arrested. First responders say the children were between the ages of 5 and 7 years old. 4 others are injured and are receiving assistance. On Twitter, Brazil's president is calling it an act of hate and cowardice.
Chegando ao local, nós constatamos o óbito de 4 crianças, sendo 3 meninos e uma menina, na faixa etária de 5 a 7 anos. E ainda 4 crianças que foram feridas, uma em estado grave, que foram atendidas.
Heard that and you saw that. The man broke into the school by scaling the walls, apparently scaled up the building, got in, and immediately attacked children. 9 people's lives and their families' lives have now been affected, and not one firearm was present. But we have fools here who will tell you that this is a gun problem. I got to bring this story to the forefront because no one else is going to. It's going to be, really sad, quick talk, see you later, we're done. It goes to show you the backwardness in thinking and the callousness of these people as they push for an agenda and not necessarily for the good of the public. I'm gonna come over here, Fox News article. Brazil daycare axe attack leaves 4 children dead. 5 others injured, suspect in custody. Assassins stormed Cantino Bomb Pastor Daycare Center in Blumenau, Brazil. I hope my Portuguese listeners and watchers can correct me on my linguistics here, but 4 children were killed and 5 others were injured following an axe attack at Cantino Bomb Pastor Daycare Center in Blumenau, Brazil. The assailant turned himself in at the police station and did not appear to have any connection with the center, which offers nursery services, preschool education, and after-school activities. The dead were between the ages of 5 and 7, authorities said. In addition to the 4 killed, police initially said 3 others were injured. That number climbed to 5 wounded surviving children later in the day. Authorities were searching for a motive The police detective leading the investigation, Ronnie Estevez, told police television reporters in Blumenau, a city in southern Brazil near the Atlantic coast, quote, "There is no greater pain than that of a family who loses its child or grandchildren, even more so in an act of violence against innocent and defenseless children. My condolences and prayers to the families of the victims and the community of Blumenau." In the face of the monstrosity that occurred in the Bombcaster Daycare Center, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva tweeted in response to the attack, "For any human being who has the Christian feeling, a tragedy like this is unacceptable. A behavior, an absurd act of hate and cowardice like this." It's funny how he brought that up. I'm just going to repeat his line. "For any human being who has the Christian feeling." Well, yeah, that's all good unless you're actually a Christian and you're killed by a transgender person. That gets buried very quickly. We have still not seen the manifesto from this person. Just keep that in mind. The Buffalo Shooters manifesto was out in 24 hours. We still have not seen this manifesto. It's just interesting how he used those words, but I can go ahead and come out of that because we understand what happened here. And I tell you, you cannot legislate the evil in people's hearts. And no amount of gun legislation or gun bans is going to change the face of violence we are now seeing right here. Biden's not going to say two words about this. Karine Jean-Pierre, the affirmative action press secretary, is not going to say. She might have to answer some questions about it, but she says she's going to make some generic, very basic statements about it and leave it at that. And anyone who's going to challenge her on the difference between what happened in Nashville and what happened here, she's going to dismiss it. You say it over and over again, and you get to the point where you get frustrated because no matter how much, or even how far they go with the banning of firearms, they are never ever going to stop violence, and that's really not the issue. That's not why they do these things. Gun control has nothing to do with crime or the prevention of. So my heart pours out to these people because they're going to be forgotten very quickly. The families, the victims, they're going to be a non-story tomorrow. And that's really sad because they just weren't killed in a manner that was worthy of exploitation by the usual grifters. 5 and 7 years old. What can you do? Yeah, but these people don't care. It's all about using people to push an agenda. And when that person does not fit the narrative, like what happened in Nashville, it's summarily ignored and downplayed. Real shame that they're playing games with people's lives like this. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comments section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.